Hi everybody. This is an alternate, or not an alternate, but an additional video that goes along with the class video because I forgot to turn on the camera, and there's some important things I wanted you to note prior to the beginning of the actual video that is the class. So I'm doing that in the first part of this video, and then I'll tell you when I'm done with all that to go to the other video and watch it right until the end, and then at the end you're going to come back to this video to do the second half, which is talking about how to use the white pen to create snowflakes on your cards. Anyway, I do apologize for having to split this video up. I try really hard to remember to turn on the video, and sometimes I get carried away with the conversation and I forget, so I do apologize for that. So just that part, the beginning part of the video, was mostly to get you organized with your materials, to make some decisions about your ink colors. Hopefully you've done that in before coming to the video. But basically what you should have in your kit is you should have one 12 by 12 piece of Vicki Boutin paper, one 4 by 12 piece of Vicki Boutin paper, and one 4 by 6 piece of Vicki Boutin paper. So you need to have that creates the bases of your card and your trees and your holiday wishes. You need to have a small piece of chill out paper, which is the snowman on one side with the let it snow on the other side. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. The chill out paper is the one with the gloves on it and the stripes. And then the other one is the build a snowman, which is the snowman on one side and the let it snow on the other side. So both of those pieces are 6 by 6. You should have a collage sheet of alphabet letters. Everybody will have a different sheet depending on which package you got. You should have the white marker, which again you'll have to come back to this video to see the process for that, and you should have 6 card bases in your kit. Along with that, there were a number of things I asked, well, not too many things, but a couple of things that I asked you to have with you. Let me just get to my list here. All right, so on your list of things to have with you is your 3 colors. So the 3 colors I'm using tonight are Wilted Violet, Twisted Citron, and Picked Raspberry, which gives you these colorways. And another alternative that I used on some blue cards, which you may be interested in, was the Chipped Sapphire, the Evergreen Bough, and the Shaded Lilac. So you have to have your inks. You also need to have some collage medium, whether you have it in the tub or you have it in the bottle, that's fine. If you don't have collage medium, white glue is perfectly fine. You need to have a small paintbrush like this, similar to this for spreading your collage medium. I always use palette knife to get the collage medium out onto my mat so I don't mess up the integrity of what's in here with my paintbrush. And you need some glue. I use the quick dry glue. What else do you need? I think that's about it. Oh, you need some foam tape. And I think that is it. All right, so the process that you miss, oh, and you need your black pen, so a thin and thick, medium black pen. So let me just clear my mat. One of the things that I mentioned prior to putting on the video is how to kind of prepare your mat so that you can easily do your smudging before and keep it within the confines of the paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 12 by 12 piece of paper and we're going to cut this down to 10.5 by 12. Oops, need my arm here. And we're going to go to 10.5 inches across and trim our paper down. Now, one of the things that you might want to consider is the ribbly edge on the Vicky Bouton page. Have that be the piece that you cut off, because we're going to use this later for cutting our stars, and we're just going to hand draw our stars. So put that aside. So now you have a piece of paper that is 10 inches by 12 inches. And we're going to be doing the smooshing techniques, a couple of smooshing techniques. So you'll want to mask off the area that you are stamping your paint into. So let me just show you what I did there. So I'm just going to put a little kind of corner. I'm going to give myself an extra 1/8 of an inch, because you don't want to have the ink not go up to the edge of your paper. And I'm just putting the corners of my paper in here as a guide, and I'll show you why. There we go. Sorry. There we are. And just putting it down at the bottom. And what this is going to do is it's going to tell me that when my paper is not on the board, where my paper would be. And then that way, when I'm doing my smooshing with my inks, I know where to smoosh. If I didn't have these guidelines, I could be smooshing extra ink out the sides of the paper, and that wouldn't be great because you'd be wasting that ink. And if you're like me and you do use paper towels and things to clean up, it wouldn't really be that big a deal because you would reuse that ink. But if you're not like me, you would end up just wiping that ink off with a cloth of some sort, and it would be a big waste. So this outline here is to save you some ink and make sure that you are going to be able to keep the ink within the area and the confines of the paper. So that's what I forgot to tape. Okay, so at this point you can put this video on pause, or note that we're at about the 7 almost 8 minute point, and come back to that point for the end of the video. So now I'm going to move on to the second part. Near the end of the video, there was one aspect of the video that I did not show on camera because I actually forgot, but it's the use of your white marker, or your white paint pen. So I have a collection of all the different paint pens, but you would have received a white paint pen in your kit, and you're just going to make sure that you really shake that up. And I'm going to get a piece of colored paper so you can really see what this effect looks like. It's harder to see on multiple colors or on white, and I don't want you to miss out on how beautiful this looks. So I'm just going to grab a strip of purple paper here. I have it in my stash. Okay, here's my piece of paper. You're going to be doing this all over your cards, and you're going to grab something that's not destructible. So I'm going to use my you can see I've used this before. It's got splatters on it. This is just a highlighter, but the hard plastic is what you want to tap against, because if you tap against your finger, you're going to get sore. So take the top off. If you have not charged your marker, push down several times until the ink, or the paint rather, covers the entire marker surface. And then you're going to push further than that so that you get a little puddle happening on your craft mat. Okay, that means it is charged. And then what you're going to do, I usually stand up, is you're going to tap and then just keep recharging And the harder you hit, the more that will splay out. So you decide how you would like to control that. I'm just going to do this whole piece because I just like the effect. Now this dries relatively quickly. So when you get it on your cards, you'll be able to move on to the next step in your cards, which is to get them into their envelopes and send them out the door. And it even looks pretty on your tapper. So this is the end result. Ooh, my light is very high there. And it just gives you the sense of an overall sort of snowflakey day. And if I can find my cards here, I can show you a little better how that looks. So on my cards, you can see the snowflakes. There is no good way of, maybe my overhead light might make a difference. Not much, but you can see the snowflakes on it. There we go. And all the areas, even the star has some snowflakes on it. So I'll show you on the other colored card. Let's see. Here we go. So we've got our snowflakes happening, bigs and littles. And it's a nice sort of variety of size. So it's very light. It's not big blobs. It'll be you'd really have to load up your pen to get the big blobs. So that's what I missed. And I do apologize again for forgetting to get this part of the video in. And I hope that you enjoy the replay on the class. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.